Guess who's back? If you have ever seen this channel before, you probably saw a go-kart on it. Last time you saw this go-kart, it was mobile. Now, this go-kart is slightly less mobile because those are usually attached. So, we gotta do something about that. I bought a metal rod. It has nothing on it. It is simply a smooth metal rod. But, so it's gonna be hard to work with, but it will be way more solid than what this was. Now what? Oh man, I'm gonna have to do some welding. Here's the plan. So this thing you can see is like keyed out like that. And so it would fit onto those nicely, right? And this thing is what held on to the brake disc and the chain sprocket. So what I have to do is basically make new ones of these. They're not gonna be keyed out like that because this is just a smooth shaft. So I gotta make new ones of these and then weld them onto this because they're not gonna be keyed on, so I'm just gonna weld them on. This is professional. That's the plan. Bada bing, bada boom. The new bearings came in. They fit on that, ooh, look at that. They fit on there nicely. So now I have to figure out everything else. Now I have to do, Jesus, what's a little dumb. Now I have to do everything. Good, good. Oh my God. All right, so with the new bearings on, the rod would hit the brake caliper thing, so I'm cutting that off. All right, let's see if I put the new bearings on correctly. That bad boy is on there as far as I'm concerned. So, all right, everything's where it needs to be. Now I just have to figure out how to make everything stay where it needs to be. Kerchow. Kerchow. Shoot. See where I'm going with it? All right, so as you can see, it actually turned out pretty well. And what will happen, right, is this piece will get welded on to this piece and it'll be the new thingy. You know, getting this hole that I have to drill into the middle directly in the center is gonna be tough. I don't really know how. So what I did, right, is I used my ichrometer. I didn't coin that, somebody else did, and I just put a little hole right where I thought the middle was. Not hole, I just marked where I thought the middle was, and I'm just gonna go with it. Now I only get one shot at this really, because otherwise I have to remake the whole piece if the hole's in the wrong spot. But it looks pretty darn in the middle, so. Beyblade. Ow, shoot. Stop. Come on, there. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it might not be the prettiest bracket ever, but it's pretty enough. Oh no. Alrighty. With the, you know what? It looks pretty, I haven't tried it yet, but it looks pretty in the middle. You know, obviously it's going this way, that way. It's because it doesn't have the thing. It doesn't have the square piece on it. But as far as like up and down, for what it is, I'm gonna say that's fine. All right, so basically that bad boy, right? I'm just gonna make another one of those for the other wheel. Then I'm gonna make them for the chain and I think the brake's over there, the brake. And you'll see me after I do all that. 2 of those bad boys done. There's a problemo when you're doing these because these holes, these 3 little holes, are really close to the main hole, right? And so when I have the hole drilled out there, when you put it on there, how am I gonna be able to show this? See how it covers up that top hole right there? So you wouldn't be able to screw into it. And so, because this is like tube stock and it's not circular. So, I have to come up with something. Got a real humdinger of a fix here. So, this pipe is also 7/8 of an inch, which is the same as the axle. And so what I've done is I've taken a skinny little piece of flat stock and I've curved it using the vise and some hammering, and this is working so surprisingly well. Like when I had the idea, I was like, oh, this is a dumb idea. Like it's not, this is a bad idea. But I mean, look at, that's fitted pretty well to that. So it was a good idea. Gonna do that again, clean it up, make it fit nice, and everything spice. That's not it. Well, this is the plan. It'll work okay. It'll be all right. Anyway, other problem, this shaft is bigger, so these bearings were bigger, so I had to move the whole thing back. So now the chain doesn't fit on there. And I can't find the rest of the chain. I'm sure it came with more chain and I took links out, but I don't know where that would be. So I have to change the engine mounts. Engine's off, mounts are getting extended. No! So I've been sitting here pondering for some time to weld or not to weld. And I still don't really have an answer, but I'm kind of getting tired of sitting here and thinking about it. And the idea of keying all these out sounds pretty badass. The idea of welding it really scares me. There's like a knot every time I say it that's like, don't weld it, you're not gonna wanna do that, but it's probably what I'm gonna do. Haven't welded yet. Good thing, because I do have to key these bearings and I hadn't done that yet. And so I just screwed the screws, the little key things in all the way, left a little mark on here. I'm gonna dink them and then drill a little hole. Told me that I couldn't and I shouldn't even try. Zach Bryan, anybody? I just drilled that little hole, and then when I slide the bar over, the key will go right into it. So I'm gonna do that a couple more times, and then we'll see. So the last brake mount had to be cut off because, again, the whole thing moved backwards. So I built another one basically exactly like it, and now I have to put it back on. But it would really be useful to have another pair of hands because this isn't stable. Shit! What if my phone melts? What if I melt my phone being this close? Double tacked, should be solid. Here come some beads. Fireball. Too much thinking. I'm gonna do it. There was too much thinking, so hold on. It got tacked. Now it spins with it. You know, it spins just fine in there. I mean, it gets a little tight there, but I don't think I care. Go catch a bead. Hot, hot, hot. Can't really undo it now. I'm just gonna do it. Well, it is certainly not coming off now, I'll tell you what. You know, now we're on this side, kind of hesitant. Kind of. Not very though. So I look straight to you guys. What do you think? Do you think? Okay. I don't think that looks very good. I'll get back to you with the final result. I have no idea how many tries later this is, but this is the one. This thing's gonna spin and I'm gonna go, that's good enough for me, okay? "15 tries later, I'm gonna do all this and then be like, oh, I'm gonna have to cut this off. Oh, I told you. Hype. What's a chariot without its wheels? So, I think I'm just gonna weld the wheels on too. Oh no. Wheels have been tackaroonied. Check it. Oh, we're good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna weld those solid and then we're done. Oh my God. I made it that far. It's just the chain's falling off. Not because of the sprocket wobble. Couldn't be that. It just seems really loose, so I'm just gonna move the engine forward. You know, when I put the engine on yesterday, I'm pretty sure I just never tightened them down. Like I got them kind of there, but then I was like, I'll remember to tighten them down when everything's on. And then I didn't tighten them down. So that's hopeful. Round 2, let's get it. I had a lot of faith in it that time. I guess I'm gonna make a chain guide because not moving the sprocket and the engine's pretty tight. It's not doing anything, so chain guide. Okay, so for a chain guard, I'm not making it terribly complicated. It's basically just gonna be this piece of flat stock welded onto this piece of bar stock. All right, so I've completely changed plans. So instead I'm taking this little piece of circle and I'm just gonna weld it right there, right? And is it the best idea? No. I don't know what happened to me explaining what's going on, but I cut out nice rubber pieces and set them there as guides. I almost don't even want that fix to work. I almost hope it breaks. It looks dumb and not good, but we're gonna try it out, and if it works, it works. Even if this does work, I think it's gonna wear down the chain hella, but I think I can see some chain that will fit right over there. So, I don't know, I'm just gonna ride it. It works. This thing is super sketchy. Forgot about that. It hauls ass. The brake worked okay. I mean, I stopped. You got to put some effort into it. The wheelbase is wider now, and so when I'm on something that gets traction, there's no differential. And so turning is kind of tough. It doesn't like to turn, which is usually important in a go-kart. But it's two-wheel drive, so I don't know how to make it drive better, you know? On the ice, it should rip. Hopefully we take it on the ice again. But that thing is fast. That thing is cooking. Dope, done, finished, finiostoed.